Oh, what's up, good people? Welcome to Spark and Trade. Let me just put a stop on this position. I wanted to test this thing out, but welcome. Where we trade supply and demand. I know I haven't been on in a while, but decided to do something today since I have some time. Right now, we're looking at the daily chart here. We have about a few minutes before QQ. This is actually Apple, but we're gonna go switch to NQ in a minute. I want to do 1 day 5. All right, cool. And then we're gonna go into NQ, MNQs. All right, cool. Gosh, probably stop out of this ASAP. So here's what the daily looks like. It's like we've been constantly bouncing out of the 200 moving average zone. Right now we are above it, possibly at supply on the daily. If we go down to the 4 hour, so we might make a move up there, reject it. I don't know. For the 4 hour, also has a supply line up there, so we're doing a double. Well, it looks like this would have been your double retest right there, your double top. But I mean, again, this entire area to me would be considered like a double top, so I wouldn't rule it out yet. What else? What do we got? I should have stopped out of that. Hold on. It's really close. So then after I go here, we got about 50 something minutes left. I'll jump over into the 15-minute, has a supply line way up there. 1 hour, some demand down here at 19,955. So we got like 20,142 and then 20,200 as a potential target for this upside move. Given the fact that we have a couple of seconds left before this market opens, 20 something seconds to be exact. I'm either going to get stomped out really quickly from these demand levels. Here's your tick chart at the bottom left. And your 5 minute here. Nothing but buying pressure right now too. Supply line here could knock us down. We'll see what happens. And I'm going to get stopped out in 2, 1, go. Oh. Survive the open. So we're watching a 5 minute chart right here. I don't want to get too close, but get close enough to see what's happening. Damn, that was a quick wick. Oh, there goes the wick from the blue zone there. All right, I'm gonna stop this move. Right now, the tick chart looks like it's oof. Yep, tick chart's about to take out this white zone, and we are out of that trade. So we breached through 5 minute supply. We could be headed up here to the 15-minute supply, but we're gonna watch this zone here and see if we can reject like we've been rejecting up here. A little bit of selling right there. We just broke bottom now. Yep, there it goes. About to get into a flush state. Buyers could step in right here based off of the 2 minute and what you call it, some selling right there. Let's try to join. Oh man, talk about take me out just to do that. Supply kicking ass right now. You know, wait for a nice pullback here. All right, I'll take. Oh, what happened? We joined the party on a pullback. We're gonna stop out around the same level. See if we can even make that. At the bottom of the Bollinger Band with a wick. It's gonna be hard to get back into a flush state. Yeah. Get some momentum. All right, we're gonna lock that in. If anything, definitely getting buyers down there from the previous one. I do think we could possibly break through, but since the first trade was a bust, we had to come back a little bit there. So we'll wait for another opportunity. Jump in. So this play right here was simply a what is this, a 5 minute? If, all right, we're looking at a 15 minute on the other side. So what I'm played right there was where's the 200 moving average? All right, so yeah, 15 minute came in with some violence. They pumped back up to the 200 moving average there, so I took a position there in anticipation for the continuation of the sell-off. If they do get back above this blue zone and hold, we're gonna probably go with the longs and see how that fares out for us. But you see something on the queue. Right now, you never know. It's in the middle of these mega zones, macro zones. So we don't know what's going to happen right now. The current trend looks like it's, kind of creating an up channel, but we just kind of broke below it. As LMD like to say, if we get back inside that channel, it could go to the upside. Right now, the 2 minute Hikinachi is giving us flat tops. So selling pressure is strong. As you can see up here, we have 65%, right? This is a 5 minute. So I like to look at that. This is a new 5 minute candle. So we'll see, but we do have demand down here, really, really close to the 200 on the tick chart. So, I mean, if we reject and start to flush, could get 50 lights out. Yeah. So the buyers are definitely down here right now, right? We don't have any active positions right now. That's just the numbers moving. We know that there's supply up here. That's what we do know, right? Like we were anticipating this drop when we were in right here. This up move took us out. We got back in down here and then caught a little bit of that move, but we just need to see a price kind of retest this area for a cheap position because we're gonna risk the highs. But right now, this green band on the Bollinger Band means that price is squeezing. So both parties are really fighting right here. I like this play. What's the risk on this? To the upside is what I'm saying. 31 point risk. I'm gonna go ahead and do that with one M and Q, and now I got probably a little bit cheaper of a price there. I just want us to get back inside this goddamn what you call it, this blue zone for a trend trade, retest supply. But supply is gonna kick us out if we break lows, definitely, or if we even go close to lows. But this is a demand down here on the tick chart that doesn't seem to be. We just caught supply on the tick chart, so see where the fight is at. A little strong aggression there, but right back down. So we're taking this move back up into supply. We now officially have like a white cloud up there. So it's definitely going to be some selling when we hit this level. But if we can get to the highs up here, I'll probably just take it all out. Trying to see if we can break through this micro supply. You know, just put the fucking alert on the 2 minute. Right now, the 5 minute is stuck in a flush. So this candle closed down here. Empty candles are down, full candles are up. This candle closed lower than that previous candle. So you're starting to see this red line, which means the market is constantly being pushed into the bottom of the Bollinger Band. I want to see a strong Bollinger Band reaction from that, but we're not seeing that. So, oh, did I get stopped out on that wick? I had an order down there to add into 2. 70%, 73, 71, 68. Two-minute flat top. It's not looking good for the Bears. I mean, the Bulls. Although we are getting wicks from that level. You can see where the fight is, right? Right here on the tick chart. Bing bong, bing bong, bing. We do have numbers coming out in a few minutes, possibly 9:45. This looks like a micro play right here. Just trying to get back to supply before they knock this thing down. We do want to get inside of this white zone and be a little bit proactive. Nice little thrust there, push back down. I just don't want to see that in the 50 percentile. All right, we back to test these highs here. Will we break? A close above the Keltner channel, the green band, is also a good sign that we could possibly go to highs, but it's all in the air, man. It's all up for grabs. Oh, oh. We had, oh man, oof. Some volatilities coming in right now, so man, we were up there and then it just took that out. So some volatility from the numbers. All right, we got one out there. Send the next one to break even, possibly. Yeah, inside the white zone, so I'm gonna definitely get out of that. The white zone is super trend for sellers. Don't know if we break it, but it's in supply, so I would want to be short of here for this type of like price action here. But you want a good location because you're going to be risking the highs if it doesn't work out. So we're out of our longs. Bulls look like they're still strong. Currently only up 84 bucks. Literally top tick this exit. Looks like the bulls are getting soaked up there. So yeah, guys, like after just watching this market over and over, it plays standard deviations and then it gets stuck in a flush or a push. So it's gonna play the standard deviation. This is the fight that it's having, and then all of a sudden, boom, it breaks to the highs and kind of gets stuck up there a little bit, comes back down the bottom of the Bollinger Band, goes back up. So this is, you know, it gets stuck up there a little bit. Now you just don't want to get stuck down here because if that flush triggers, it's gonna fly down. So this squeeze should fire at some point, but this is what I mean by getting stuck at the bottom of the Bollinger Band, can't get out, and you have like a 50-point drop during that time, and you know most accounts can't take that. But in the meantime, it's going to just play the standard deviation of the Bollinger Band, and if you're in the middle, you're done, right? Like, because you probably can't take this move down for the bounce, and you probably can't take I mean, when you're up here and it wicks back down, you're probably going to run out of there. So we put long positions in down here and down here for the possible move back to the upside of the Bollinger Band. And we knew that, well, I know that we have supply right here, right? Or we know. All right, so this looks like a good little bullish run now. We got white candles. White candles means there's unusual buying. Blue means there is unusual selling. So now, like, the buyers are stepping in there aggressively. They were stepping in down there, so that's why we jumped in with them. So now it's just, you know, a test whether or not this supply kicks ass. We got flat bottom, so I would want to go long, but you don't really want to go long up here, right? You're gonna get nuked. So now we're getting into selling territory, right? Like, the sellers are up here, the take profit guys are up there, right? And the white cloud is here, so you don't really want to breach that, but more than likely it's gonna be up here where you get the value. Then you gotta hope that we don't run up with the squeeze, which could happen, right? But here's your 15-minute chart. We are inside of the blue zone on the 15-minute. I like this play long, right? And this is also squeezing, so we caught bids below here. Looks like it wants to make a push all the way up to this purple area, the supply line up there. Oh, big. It's moving. It's about to squeeze out shorts if it keeps going. All right. I like it. I like it. Aggressive, 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 aggressive. So you want to get in on this. Probably get in somewhere down here where the value is. Went from white to blue, so it definitely changed the momentum there. Bulls. Good little demand area to lean on here off the 2-minute. I believe we were in that, yeah. It wasn't until this push that we got out. Yeah, so. Decent pullback, not too crazy. This is where they get you. Take that entry. It's a 200 moving average entry now that we're on the upside. Keep going down. Just keep it real, real tight. All right. Let's not lose too much money off of this because we wanted to basically get inside of this blue zone. Good fade. Look at that selling pressure right there too. Oh, oh, selling pressure coming in strong from that 5-minute supply. Oh, they just flipped the Fibonacci. I'm out. See this? Sellers could be in here. Oh, the buyers came right back inside of the blue zone. That's crazy. Oh no. Hmm. Yeah, looks like they're holding this little level here. We're just playing this supply level here. We got a good push there, but we keep getting bounces there. All right, we're breaking some levels now. Can we get follow through? No follow through. I want to see us break through this 200 moving average for us to really get going. Now we're at 70% selling pressure, 78 down to 71. Buyers keep coming in right there. Is this another move back to the highs? Ooh, that was aggressive too. Oh, shit is way too balanced. Yeah, bulls like this zone, baby. It's about to go. Look at this fight. Boom, boom, boom. Great place to lean on so far if you're a scalper. Great place to lean on is this white zone, but here we go. Like a little bit of aggression here. Oh, we got flat bottoms. Bulls took control of this little flag area here, so we could see another push to the upside there. Let me cut this. There's some decent buying down there, so I'm gonna get out. This is gonna be the candle that whacks that level though. Watch. So we basically played the supply area. We're inside of a blue 5-minute, blue 2-minute. Supply did come in on the 2-minute up there. And we're getting buying along the 200 tick chart. So this is gonna be chopped for a while. Oh, there it goes. This is going to be chopped for a while, though, because they need to decide whether or not it's going to explode above or below this. I'll stick around to show you, but up 261 right now. Oh, there it goes. Wow. Wow, that supply play was nice. Oh no. All right, so Jesus Christmas. Yeah, we don't know if we're gonna get the explosion. We keep getting demand that builds down here, and look at the strong wick candles that we get from down here, and it's just always been the case, right? Anything that touches these levels, you get a wick. So someone has enough money to buy that right back up. But that was a good play, right? A good play to fade supply because we knew that sellers were up here. I mentioned you don't really want to be in the middle. Kind of want to get your position in at the top of the Bollinger Band for the cross back to the bottom. It's all they do. They just ping, pong, ping, pong, ping, pong until it looks like these guys are rallying now. Until someone kind of not give up, but there's just enough of an explosion to get out of that zone. So the code is picking up bottom of demand, the bottom of the Bollinger Band and firing these if we can close back inside for you to kind of have an opportunity to get in down there. So, this morning, 2-minute fired. Did we get a fire off of, nothing off the tick chart, although like condition was kind of true there. Best thing about codes, like it needs to be so precise that sometimes it just doesn't register, but your eyes can see that. So this 2-minute fired after closing back inside. The short side fired, sellers got in here, boom, brought it down, and now we're back at highs with flat bottoms. So, the only thing that would stop me from going long is this 5-minute and this 2-minute supply. Or at least never get a long position up here because it's going to hurt you if we do that move only for you to, see your position possibly profitable again. But if you're a breakout trader, then yeah, you want to get in, give it whatever range you want, and kind of keep it moving. I'm going to jump real quick to a 15-minute chart. So 15-minute gives us an opportunity to go long at the bottom of the Bollinger Band. We're previous wicks are. And, we're still getting a move to the upside. So the premise for, supply and demand is that you want to get in where the buyers are and you want to short where the sellers are, or get out where the sellers are. And the sellers are going to be somewhere up here. But it looks like, again, it always looks like the momentum is strong until that wick comes right out of that zone. We look to the left, sellers are here, we're breaking through them, hit through these bunch of areas here. We can probably teleport right up to that purple zone. Probably right up to that purple zone is where we'll teleport to. Sure, you can always draw some sort of channel to say that, oh, look. Right. So we can use that, right? Oh, it's not sticking. So this would be your channel. If you go green here, you'll wait till you get all the way to like the red zone to exit, which will be above this, right? So 200340s, 200360s. If we get up there, this is what channel trading is all about. Getting in somewhere down here on a smaller time frame and just waiting for these macro levels targets to hit. And if we go from this smaller time frame, we'll see opportunities on the tick chart and the 2-minute. But yeah, we know it's blocking us. This 5-minute supply area is what we kind of fighting to get through. We do have a tug of war between buyers and sellers at this point, between the blue candles and white candles. We're getting no trend candles. It's just a straight fight. And it is, the Bollinger Band is green, so it is a squeeze, all right? It's a constant volatile up, down, up, down, up, down, until someone, caves and there's no more buyers or sellers at either zone, and you'll see a squeeze or a flush trigger. I think I'm pretty much done scalping this range here. Tried my luck with the shorts up there, tried my luck with the longs down here. This might be a good pullback down here to go back up. It's a tough one, though. Tough one, man. We are not really breaking and catching traction or a trend above or below this 200 on this 200 moving average on the tick chart. Goes another bounce off the 200 on the tick chart. You want to see that. If you're bullish, you want to see that continuous push to the upside and a possible continuation of this blue zone, right? Which is just a super trend that's about 3 to 5 standard deviation away from price. So it's about 9 points here of an ATR. If you wanted to risk that, that's not bad, right? So if you got it right here, you had to risk 9.79. So 70 is your stop. Let's see if that works. And usually people do 2, so 70 and then you do 61-ish, right? If you hear this bell, it means you're stopped. That makes trading a little bit easier. Like, I know I want to risk about 9 to 10 points. I want to get in somewhere in this blue zone, and I'm going to risk, 1 or 2 ATRs from there. So, we got in somewhere around 79, I believe, right here. Yeah. So we got in right here. I'll put a price line. we need to get like to 120 for this trade to make like some sort of sense. So we need to break through all of this right here, which is not that bad, right? This one's easy target. If you're a scalper, I like to use these standard deviations targets. But I really like the 5-minute standard deviation target. So like I'll hold the trade all the way to this, which will get me clapped sometimes. But on a 2-minute, you know, you're doing from 57 to 81 to 106, so about 20 points. There we go. Now this thing is squeezing. The tick chart squeezing. Good move. Good move. So that was more of this demand down here. The market flipped back bullish with this super trend. A pullback into it, set up for a trade. You risk 9 to 14 points from this level, and you're up 21 points, right? So not quite 2R yet, but not a bad move, right? Oh, it is 2R. You're risking 9 points. And right back down to your entry. Other buyers should step in here according to the tick chart. Other buyers should step in here according to the 2-minute, and other buyers should step in here according to the 5-minute. So we got bullish momentum all over the wicks down here for a good location. If we flip to the 15-minute really quickly, we're looking at a few different types of plays. We have this channel trading going on right here. We can trade from this part to that part, then probably, you know, like basically if you're bullish. We do have some levels here that we're watching. This should be a good level to hold. That should be a good level to hold. Down here is where the real demand is. Oh, they just stopped you out, buddy. They just stopped out the longs if you were risking that 9 ATR. Let's get back to it. Sorry about that, I got a little distracted. Look at this chop fest going on. This is terrible. Oh, they stop people out just for that. A bounce right at the. That's why you give it 2 ATRs, right? But that was. I don't know if that was 1. We'll double check in a second. So we came down. Sorry, I just want to see if it was like 1 or 2 ATRs from where we would have entered. Like 79. 918, right? 18. Oh, really, really crazy stop there. If you were using this ATR, now it's down to 7 ATR. The 5-minute is saying risk 46, 2 2 minute is saying risk 22. Yeah, guys, like this is boring price action for many, but you know, this is really good scalping between the bottom and the high of the Bollinger Band. So the standard deviation, 2 standard deviations from the mean, the middle of this price action here. And yeah, I mean, it's just a matter of whatever idea you kind of gather, right? If you're waiting for the market to get down here before you play, that's one edge. If you're waiting for the market to react from this kind of area, that's another play. If you're waiting for this channel trading, that's another trade. If you want to get inside this blue zone super trend, that's another trade. You know, if you want to fade this supply, that's another trade. So, you know, we've been talking all morning about various different plays, right? Because there's always 2 plays for me. But if you're trading supply and demand, this is where your tick chart supply and demand areas are. So you want to get in as close to that as possible, risking the previous swing high. That aligns with the 5 minute and the 2 minute. Now we have flat tops. Is this the move coming? We don't know, right? But you have to figure out what's your trigger. So sometimes I would use, okay, we have a flat top now. It means sellers are now in the building, right? We've seen that aggressive down move here. How do we get into this candle without blowing an account? Well, you're going to have to risk possibly all of this candle here, right? These highs, that's 42-point move, which is aligned with this standard deviation ATR. Sorry, with the ATR. I wouldn't do that. I would wait for the market to get back within 20 points. There goes 30. So somewhere up here, and then you can get into this. I would get into this trade. So if we drew it out, and now the bad thing is that you're in a blue zone. So this thing will ricochet and pop on you, but you know, it is what it is, right? Trade is risk and being okay with the edge. The edge is supply, supply, supply. Just don't get in where demand is. This would be about 1R if you can get in somewhere right there. Go about 2R to the bottom of this right here. So let's see how this fares out, if it does. You don't have to risk this 5 minute setup either, right? You can risk this Heikennachi right here as your final like stop, because this Heikennachi here is where the sellers like kind of really started slamming. So 20083 or something like that. Let's see if we can get a position in there. We can get another pop up. Risk about $40 here. Shut it down. Let's see if we get our entry. Yeah, I could risk about 80. All right, one more. Can I get the pop? All right, let me get in there. Take another one there. 20083. reduce that risk. So at this point, we just want to see nothing but flat bottoms. We don't really want to see them get above this 200 again, and or else we're going to be stuck in the chop land, right? And again, we got in the middle of the Bollinger Band, so taking the trip all the way to the highs is just not favorable. We're in doji land now. All right, got my last one in there. Yeah, I'm gonna probably get stopped out of this before we could say ouch. Look at the push up on this thing here. Yep, we're out. Yeah, that's what it's about, man. Giving it a shot, giving supply a shot. Maybe we should have waited to get in up here where the wicks are, but if this thing would have kept going with the Iconachis that came in here, it would have been gone. Okay, we're about 50% hit rate today, closing out with $202 after commissions and fees. Like the upside could be brewing. Strong demand down there. We've seen it. We've seen strong demand up here. But yeah, this looks bullish as hell right now. It always does until it doesn't, right? Well, guys, I do not think I'm going to go back in, although the bulls have shown really good play to the upside there. We tried to fade this supply after this selling came in with this flat top there. That didn't work out. Now we have flat bottoms. So could we long? Yeah, let's try. It's just a good location, right? Like it's a good location. So get two there. Oh, it didn't pick me up. That selling up there is crazy. How much are y'all gonna be chopping people up for? See if we can get some traction above this 200 here. You got another flat bottom, so that's what, two in a row? We've been getting two, but then all of a sudden a seller comes in and knocks us down. We get into this green zone, I'd be happy. Here we go. Can we break the supply, ladies and gentlemen? really no indication to leave yet. You won't even see it coming when it comes though. Right now, I'm banking on this to continue to drop 6%. Bingo, nice little squeeze there. About to get one out in a second. All right, I'll take one out. Good squeeze, good squeeze. Straight off of this right here, this possible flat bottom, right? Move the other one now to what, break even. Maybe even above that, this area here. We don't want it to get back in here, right? Like we want it to get stuck up there. So this is a blue zone play. I'm gonna go up a time frame real quick into the 15-minute. Yeah, this demand here is probably where the bids are coming from, inside of a blue zone too. But we are almost outside. Are we outside? Looks like we're trying to get outside of this blue zone. Try to hold the runner until we hit this supply up here. Let's see if we can get there. Gotta get me a green screen. This thing looks terrible. But with a nice little green screen, this would be a really good like opportunity, huh? Stopped out. We're out. All right, guys. I hope you got to understand a little bit about how this trading, how I trade, right? There's so many different ways to trade. There's so many ways to interpret the market. Some traders are ironclad and they don't sell until it hits supply. That's awesome. I've been practicing that and been doing really, really well. There's a lot of buying that went into that candle. Some minor pullbacks, right at the supply line. Right at the top of the Bollinger Band. So I use this as like the referee, right? This is where you're supposed to play, or price is supposed to play, or is locked in. Bottom to the bottom to the top until it gets locked into it. Like so, it'll be like a flush or a push, right? Is what we call it. This is a push state right here. See if we can blow this up so you can see how the market is stuck in a push state right here. This is a really, really defined push state. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 candles that were nothing but like buying, a little bit of selling here, but it closed higher than this candle, so it still continues. Didn't quite trigger here, but it's locked in the top of the Bollinger Band. Came down to the middle, came back, rechecked, almost got locked in for a little bit, got locked in for a little bit, and got locked in for a little bit. I don't play this because the reversal on this, it sucks, but that's what you want to see if you're in that direction. Yeah, this is what I mean. This is why I don't play it. I kind of took a pullback, was green, and it just did not continue whatever day this was. But I survived this pullback because I gave the market enough room to not wick me out at the bottom. And then it came in and locked in again. And I ended up getting out somewhere in that purple zone right here. Yeah, that's how you would play a push phase, or what you would anticipate to happen. If not, the market's just going to ping pong above and below from the top to the bottom of that Bollinger Band. And it's going to stretch anyone out who doesn't have enough funds to deal with the possible pullback. And then if it gets into a flush state, it's scary, because if you're long somewhere up here and you took that pullback and then it gets into a flush state, you don't know how long this thing could go. And sometimes it goes for quite some time. Let's see. A little bit of a push phase there. So yeah, I mean, as you can see, ping pong, but then we create these demands and then it like moves and you can take it into that state. So let's see what's happening right now. A really aggressive pullback back down to the lows of this demand line. So this is where somehow the market is just not deciding where it wants to go. But as I've always kept saying, you want your orders at the top of this, because if that's where the ping pong happens, you now have to just risk whether or not the market's going to get into a push phase. And so far, it's been really weak. But you just still don't know what's going to happen. And that's why we try to protect our opportunities once it goes. Nice little sell signal there, flat tops. So we caught this little flat bottom kind of momentum there. Not sure what the risk was on this, but we took a pullback entry somewhere down here. 280. So we caught a fill around 20,080. So we took like some entry here and got out into that push. And the second one hit us on the pullback. So we're good. Closing out the day 310. Nothing too crazy, but some decent plays in this chop zone. And yeah, let's see what this tick chart is talking. Tick chart look like it wants to start moving away from this 200 moving average, but again, like, it's blazing people up. So what I mean by move away from the tick chart, man, is this. If you ever catch this move, all right, it's starting to go. Bounce off demand, supply came in, bounced off the green, blue zone, kept pushing, supply, blue zone, right? You get those little nice little entry points, and the risk is not too bad. This is the push away from the yellow. That's the target, right? Like, that's the goal, to get a push away from that. So right here, where we went long after getting stopped out from this short, right? We jumped in during this pullback here around 280. So yeah, basically somewhere right here, 280. Took that for a nice little ride. Definitely 2R. All right. And it was after a pullback. Not didn't take the the FOMO entry here because supply came back into that key little pocket there. That 100 EMA 200 moving average is a key little area where you can kind of get a bid and see if we continue to move away from the 200. Occasionally this would happen or this would happen, and you'll be like, I'm not sure we're going to move to the downside, but that's what risk is all about. Like, you got to stop out somewhere. And if you had your stop left down here after trying to attempt these longs, you'd still be in the game, even though this put you into some decent drawdown. But then to move back up got you pretty nice, right? So let's say you got in right here, 26-point stop, 47-point move to the upside so far. Yeah, and that's just the game, man. This tick chart is hard to read, but it does wonders if you play the supply and demand level here and mix it with a few other things. So yeah, try not to get too much into analysis paralysis, but when these flat bottoms come in on this 2-minute, and I have like, a strong wick out of demand in the past, you just got to lean on the fact that we might get that push. And the same rule of the 200 applies here, right? We're still catching bids at the 200. Whether it's going to freaking explode away from there and give us a trend day, we don't know. But the channel says that we could get that. Well, guys, it is 10:30. We've been trading for almost an hour. I want to keep it that light, that simple. You could probably make more money throughout the day, obviously, with these supply and demand levels. Just depends on, your stops and whether or not you believe that this supply is going to kick ass on this 2-minute. Let's see. There's no real supply until we get up there to like 141 on the 15-minute, and then above that, 200, 207. We definitely take a move back down there, you're going to get paid. If we break this level, it's going to teleport, because that's where the strong point is of the up channel. So, hope you had fun doing all this analysis. I'll clean up the chart, remove this drawing, remove that drawing, because this isn't really something that I use. And this is how clean my charts usually are, right? Like, all right, guys. Hope you had fun, made some money. Hope you weren't like zigzagging the way I was too much without a clear reason to do that. You saw me really just trying to catch the Hikanachi trigger over here. Now it's just flat top. So, all right, so let's say, let's give you this analysis. We had a run up from a flat bottom, Hikanachi, bulls, right? And now we're getting dojis. This is what you call a flag, okay? This is just a bare bull flag. So anything, any longs inside of that, preferably the bottom, it's kind of fair game. You don't want them to take you all the way back down, but you want this flag to break and do the move. After this bullish run up, and then you just gotta see what happens. So let's say longs, boom, boom, boom. Right, let's see what happens. Right now it's rejecting this fucking supply line right here. All right, so where do we stop out? You could stop out at the bottom of this candle right here, where the buyers came in heavy aggressively. This thing is squeezing. We got flat tops on that close there. Let's see if bulls really, really want to get out of there. So far, an entry somewhere right here, right? The 80s again went down to like what, 74? Bulls just took control. I mean, bears just took control. I really like this little line here that they're forming. Got to break that. Come on. It's over, Johnny. Yeah. Oh. This is where I like supply is insane. It sucks going long here because this is all you got, right? Like this is all they gave us. Ugh, sucks. And if this supply kicks in, it's where this thing could really, really dump. I got an alert set right here. See if we've gotten stopped out. Good wick. This is strong though. Usually when I'm in a short or something like that and I see a wick like that, bro, it just keeps going. Keeps going. And I'm like, oh my God. So let's see if it keeps going. Come on, get out of the blue zone. So yeah, there it goes. Nice little strength there. 13% selling pressure, 4% selling pressure. Right at the trend line there. Come on, can we get some aggressive push? Look at some TNS. Hit around 80, right? So you want to be around 80s. Drop down to 67. Blue zone kept you in the game. You defend your position now or bounce. Or hold, sorry. Bounce by defending your position or hold. This supply has been insane. They grabbing sellers here. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Looks like, nobody knows what's going to happen, obviously, but sellers just came and took out the shorts. And if you see a wick back into that, might be an aggressive buying. But man, the selling there, it's been insane, right? The supply is not playing. Supply is pushing, it's grabbing all these buyers and then pushing it back down. This would be a good high to lean on if you've seen this type of price action here and you believe that if you ignored trying to catch the trend and just went with selling, then yeah, you get in somewhere up there. But as you can see, these red areas, these things are opportunities to like grab stops, and then all of a sudden it like goes back up. It's the thing, you never know which one's gonna work, what's gonna happen. So you got to go with something, and that's a trend trade. This is a supply trade. So now this pullback was the play that we took back here. Maybe this is the one that works, right? Is supply gonna kick in and send us back down to this 5-minute supply? Is the idea. Sorry, 5 minutes a minute. I'm gonna head out, guys. Good luck out there. This price action is a chop fest, but we know where the enemy lies right now, and it's just whether or not your stop is going to survive the push in that direction. If you're a trend trader, there is a trade here. If you're a supply trader, there's a trade here. If you're a demand trader, there's a trade here. It's just which time frame are you going to use? I do see flat tops, so might get some pushback down despite this pump up. But that was a nice move back up right to the what you call it. This is tough, man. It's tough. All right. Peace out, guys. Good luck.